spider. My name is Diane Schwindt. I am a historic cook from the Catcher Inn. We do experiential learning, and we try to teach people the idea that food is not something you just stick in your mouth. Some of our classes, I'm just going to hand this. It's erotic. And it's obvious I could use a bigger table. So I want to tell you about the 4 programs that we have that I do on the road, and I do at libraries and school presentations and so on. So the 4 things that we are going to talk about in this next little presentation, the first presentation would be the timeline of food. The timeline of food starts very quickly with hunting and gathering. We go from hunting and gathering right into the 1600s. And then people start to cook with pots. And the pots were made out of clay. In the 1600s in Europe, there was a potter that made these beautiful clay pots. And that's where our storyline will begin. But there's 2 carts going in opposite directions. And the potter that morning had just taken clay from the side of the road. He made the pot, and then he got in trouble. Because the 2 carts going in opposite directions, one pulled over and hit the pothole. So we talk about the different adverbials that we use and idioms that we use and these things that we have used for hundreds of years. So the simple saying of New York City potholes actually came from a person. Do I have your interest? Yeah. So, from the timeline of food, which is one of our best kind of interesting, my favorite lecture, is from the clay pot. We go all the way through. We talk about fuel. We talk about authentic cooking implements, like this big giant spider. Also at the Catcher Inn, we have classes where we use all of these, and it's also participating classes. But in a library program, we actually, this is a hands-on program. We ask the audience to actually participate, which I'm going to ask in 2 seconds for a volunteer. I picked her out already. So anyhow, we have this clay pot. We go through time. We talk about cast iron stones. We talk about industrial time periods and so on. And we've included that particular lecture with with McDonald's. Believe it or not, McDonald's is part of the timeline. So we go from here all the way to here. In these programs, we also bring samples of all of these foods, and then we ask everybody to participate in the end of the lecture. Any questions? Okay. Can I have my volunteer up, please? I feel like a TV show. Like, I don't know who this person is. I grew up together in the hallway. Seriously, really. So, what I would like you to do, we'll say that making butter. Here. All right. All right. What is that green? Right. Won't go close, not yet. Okay, so this is the mill. This is something that we bring to the program. Wheat is really important, especially here on Long Island. All these programs can be tailored to your specific area. So if you live in the middle of the island, like the Longwood School District, you don't have a lot of waterways where you would have a mill, versus out east where you might have more mills or grist mills, like Stony Brook has a grist mill and so on. All right, her enthusiasm right now is overwhelming. Isn't there a machine? There's machines now that do it. So just kind of keep going with that. The reason why I bring that in, people don't understand 1 acre of land. 1 acre of land, which is not very much. How many loaves of bread do you get out of that 1 acre of land? Any ideas? 46 loaves of bread. That's it. Out of a whole acre. Think about the farmer that has to grow it, seasonal changes, harvest it, get it into the bag, bring it. Perfect. All right? Not really, but okay. You have to mill your own grain. The purpose of this is to show that, again, you're eating, whether it's McDonald's or that bread, we just take it for granted. All right? So we have the bread here. Bread is used throughout the time period constantly. Bread is the dish. It becomes the container. One pot cooking, everybody thinks it's great. We all have crock pots, all right? One pot cooking during the 1700s. Everything got thrown in there. You had gruel, which is a wheat product that you had kind of soupy stuff. And if you were able to get a swirl, it went in the pot. You ate that for dinner. The pot never got cleaned. You put it in the next meal for the next day. All right, and then you guys will take it. So, the wheat is being milled. And this, with a little more enthusiasm, becomes the daily grind. Again, the pothole, the daily grind. So here's two. Now we've made the bread. This does not hold true so much of, is it hot in here?
Yes.
Holy moly, I have 2 layers of clothing on. You do both clothes. Anyway, so we have the bread. We've made the bread. It's beautiful. If you were still in Europe, it's going back into the later time period. So there'd be a baker who makes the bread and so on. You own the land, you pay down, you just want to get your bread. So white bread that we can see now is being, white bread like Wonder Bread. Nobody eats that anymore. We want the grain bread. So the lower class would actually eat the grain bread, and the wealthier would eat the white bread because it was purer. This was not the chicken. This was baked in a bread stove. It comes out, and if it was, the bottom would be very charred. The baker would cut it off. The wealthy landowner would want his bread, and he would get himself a prize. Chicken. So you see how food influences even our status. The upper crust would say it, but it really came down to the white bread that didn't get burnt on the bottom, and that was the upper crust. The whole bread was used, graters were constantly used. Throughout these programs, we constantly are going back to history, teaching people where it came from, where it got, and where we're going. So, I just got my cue for 5 minutes. I'm going to move really fast right now. The other things that we have in our program are holiday foods. Okay, so July 10th is a Thanksgiving turkey. This is a little one. Why do we associate turkey with Thanksgiving? And by the way, that's wrong. It should have been eel. But anyhow, so we talk about that's another program, holiday foods. Pineapple, welcome, hospitality, why that is. Then this is my all-time favorite. The chocolate workshop is, everybody gets hot chocolate, but the hot chocolate is not the heat of the chocolate, the temperature. It is the heat of the spice and where it came from in colonial America and so on. And then we tie all of these programs into more of a modern term. So this right here, the chocolate's hot, so participants are actually milling their chocolate, and then they make their own chocolate spice bread. So all of these items, we bring to the program, and we do like 10 times more and so on. The last program that I want to tell you about is, if you look at the brochure, we also have a savory cookie inside waiting for you. We talk about Dutch, because Long Island is a Dutch community. We have Dutch paintings, and in a lot of Dutch paintings you see figure out why